Yeah.
And then if that means you got to live with pixies and fairies.
Oh, yeah. Well, sharing your whiskey a little bit. Damn. Tough life. Tough life. Or sharing the boss's whiskey, really. But
Well, I hadn't realized it when I read the book, but I had read Nathan Lowell's Star Traders series. So it's also a very high personal but low, save the universe stakes. Kid runs away from his own world where everything you do gets charged by the corporation. It's like a giant corporate store. So he stows away on this ship, and they're going to toss him out an airlock unless he can do something. So he makes coffee. First, he cleans the coffee machine, which apparently nobody has thought to do. And the captain is like, "This is the best coffee I've ever had. You're hired." So they bring him on as a cabin boy, galley. But he then learns the ropes and they all then have access to, just like we had in the Navy, you're going to study for your second class exam. And so he works his way up through the crew, and it's, quarter share, half share, full share, captain share, and owner share.
okay.
Are the books in the series as he works his way up and
makes
eventually
perfect
is able to
sense.
buy his own ship.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And there's all kinds of little incidents that go on during it, and there's interpersonal conflicts, but it's not face down the aliens and save the solar system. It's how can I advance myself and avoid this guy who's trying to stop me,
Yeah, I'm open to reading more. There's another Wizards book. So
Oh, yeah, the Wizard's Cat,
So
which
I already bought it. I haven't read it yet. So
I enjoyed it. In some ways, I don't think it's quite as good as the Wizard's Butler because it gets more into the occult.
okay.
But the cat is cool.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The cat is really
I'm
cool.
sure. I'm looking forward to it.
I love the cat.
Yeah, I really like that, and I think that there was something very soothing about the story.
Yeah.
He found this role in this place that was soothing for him, and I found the book to be very soothing for me,
Right.
especially with so many things going on in the world.
Toward the end of the Wizard Butler, but more in the Wizard's Cat, he's developing this kind of symbiotic relationship with the house. And
Yeah.
the house is an entity, is a thing.
It does not surprise me. Yeah. I could see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the atrium. I love
Yes.
the whole. How does it fit in
How does it
there?
fit in there?
So yeah.
It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun stuff in that book. Okay, so what else have you been reading?
I have finished Adrian Tchaikovsky's Shroud.
Okay.
And as disturbing as some aspects of the story were, I thought it was really good. It's kind of your dystopian future where corporations own everything and own you, and you're actually kept in hibernation tanks until you're needed.
You.
So there's the big habitat tanks in the solar system and other places. But if you're on a mission of discovery, read exploitation, what planets can we find to strip mine? You're frozen. When they need you for a team, they thaw you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they thaw out this special projects team. The Shroud is a giant moon of a gas giant. It's phase locked to the gas giant. So one side always faces the planet, and it's always in total darkness. Because when it swings around, so it's on the sunward side, it's the wrong side. One side gets light.
Right.
When it comes around the other side, it's all dark. Gravity is twice Earth. The atmospheric pressure at the ground level of the moon, if there is one, is like being 900 feet underwater. The atmosphere is mostly ammonia, nitrogen, and hydrogen. and there's a disaster on the ship, and these two women are dropped onto the planet in a pod that was designed to go down, for a brief survey mission to hold people. They're in the wrong place.
Oh.
They have to make their way across half the world to get to where there's a installation on the ground that can communicate to the ship. Oh, and by the way, the radiosphere of this thing is so loud and overwhelming, the radio signals can't get out. It's like this constant radio signal going on at all frequencies everywhere. So it's a good bit of the book is a survival story.
A little bit like The Martian.
Yeah, a little bit,
Okay.
but much more extreme. Add to the fact then that there's intelligent life down there, but it isn't like we understand it. So instead of an individual organism being like us, they're one part of a giant hive mind. And each of them carries, each of those little organisms going around, experiences things that they then communicate back to the hive mind. So they have some autonomy,
But it's a collective.
but it's a collective consciousness. And it's told from both points of view.
Ah.
So section's called light, because there's no light, and the creatures have no way of sensing light. They communicate and sense the world through radio impulses, like sonar, except it's all radio waves, which is why the radiosphere is so crowded.
Okay.
So they're having to try to figure out who these things are, what they are, and get to the point where they can get out. And so, light and then darkness is from the point of view of the hive mind, trying to figure out what this thing is, why it won't communicate with me. They can send out very simple pulse signals, but all it does is grunt. What is it doing?
Interesting.
It clearly is going somewhere, clearly has a goal, behaves like it's an intelligent thing or part. He thinks it's part of a greater mind like him. And it isn't until the end that they figure out who's who and what's what.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting to get inside the alien entity like that.
Well,
If it's
I found his vision of the future of humanity very grim and dark and not very appealing. But the survival story and the way he goes about solving the problems that they run into is very much like The Martian. And there's a lot of really hard science in this
Yes,
thing.
that would be appealing. So.
So I think next I'm going to have to go through the corruption books. Hint of Corruption is one of the Hint or a Taste of Corruption, I don't remember, is one of the nominees this year, but it's part of a 3-book series.
So you're still working your way through the nominees.
I'm working my way through the nominees. That's
Okay.
my goal. Yes.
Yeah, I just finally read the Dragonfly Gambit, and we talked about this at the writers' conference a little bit.
Yeah.
By A.D. Sweet. It's S-U-I. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But I really found it a fascinating read. I didn't like any of the characters, and yet I
That
still
would make it hard for me.
well, but I understood them. So remember, you don't have to be likable. Just have to be relatable. So their motives need to at
Okay.
least be relatable. I didn't really like them, but I understood them and their
Yeah.
motives, right?
Yeah.
And so following that story, the story was interesting. It's dark though. It's dark and it ends darkly. And then I also read, I just finished another middle grade called Where Only Storms Grow, which was by Alyssa Coleman. And this is another book that won some awards. And it is about the Dust Bowl, but it's instead of it being about the people who left, this is about the people who stayed. and tried to make a go of it as all of this was going on. And I learned some new stuff that I didn't know about